Pumpkinhead ashes obtained. Easy. All right. We gotta get. Oh goodness, there's two here. Aelid Catacombs. One by the boss and one behind an illusory wall. Let's go do that. Look at CD Projekt Red, right? Look at CD Projekt Red. People thought for a long time they could do no wrong. Witcher 2, Witcher 3, boom. Amazing fucking games. And people were so excited for their next one. Obviously, Cyberpunk, we all know how that went. Really good now. But when it released, it was fucking garbage. It was a disaster, you know? Like, I played it, I had fun, but it was rough, man. It was
Hey Rusty, how's it going?
It was not a finished game. It was terrible. The fact is that I don't think even FromSoft is exempt from making bad games. I think if they did make a bad game like Cyberpunk on release, people would call it out. People would call it out. They would be like, dude, this Souls game sucks. Like, what are they doing? Like, this is unfinished. It's so laggy. Like, half the assets aren't here. My character's glitching out. You know, they would totally call them out. They wouldn't be like, oh, Miyazaki, the perfect masterpiece. He's done
Except
it again.
Witcher 3 was also a
Like,
buggy mess on launch.
I think gamers
So Ouroboros,
like,
he's
to a
talking
degree,
about
yes, for sure.
if
To another degree, I don't think they are.
if Dark
Yeah,
Souls
I
can
remember
like
Illusory Wall. I think it's here.
yeah, I can't listen and also talk at the same time. He's talking about like if FromSoft would be capable of making a bad game. People are like, they already have made bad games. It's pretty funny.
Oh. There's an illusory wall here, though. I have to find it. Your sword hit it from the other side? Oh, you're kidding. Okay, that's really funny. Starfield, dude. Starfield. That's a good one. But honestly, people were already getting disappointed. Fallout 4, a lot of people were disappointed, including myself. With Bethesda.
Is this enough polygons? I don't know.
That's the point where I lost.
Like, I'm gonna have to animate this to really figure out
man.
if it's enough polys or not.
Chat, where the
I've never animated wings before.
Probably this one. Yep. Got it. There it is. Got it. Cool. A millennia ago, I fucking annihilated her. I mastered the waterfowl close range dodge. To the point where I like she waterfouled me with like 1 HP. I dodged it entirely and then dunked on her actually. And she did her clone attack and I dodged that too. I fucking downloaded her. It was sick. 4 hours. It was 5 hours of Melania, dude. I looked back. It was actually legitimately all yesterday. It was 5 hours of Melania. Just practicing that fucking maneuver mostly. I'm gonna go watch it. So
imagine spending 5 hours with an absolute goddess.
Watch that last
what a wonderful time.
Good, man. I'm so proud of that. Actually, I ascended there. I passed out. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people did. There you go. Everyone's coming in there. They're like, "Did you kill her? Did you beat her?" Man, You don't like Starfield? Dude, I hate Starfield. Starfield's fucking garbage. I didn't even like Fallout 4. Yeah, I think they really...
It's kind of true though, I guess. Like everyone's actually, well, I can't say if it's true or not. I haven't played it. I haven't played Starfield, so I can't personally say if it's shit or not.
Like people thought BioWare. Oh God, Blizzard! Don't even get me started on Blizzard.
Don't get me started on Blizzard.
I'm saying that you know people fall from grace. I just hope FromSoft never does.
Will fall from grace.
FromSoft retains this level of quality forever. I know it's unrealistic.
It's funny.
Maybe.
It's not people. It's like the company.
BioWare.
Companies
I mean,
are the
Valve,
people and vice
they
versa.
make amazing games, dude. We saw that they can when they Half-Life Alyx
And
is like
certain
the best
key
VR game
people
ever.
leave.
So when they make
It's like
games, they're
ship of
fucking amazing.
Theseus.
They just
Theseus.
don't.
The ship of Theseus.
And I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse, putting out a bunch of bad games or never making any at all. So I feel like I'd rather, you know, wait for years and then get something good. Like that's what FromSoft does, you know? We waited years for Elden Ring, dude. Years. Oh my god. How
So
many
that's
years
what
was it? Like
Blizzard used to
5
do.
years of waiting? It was
Blizzard
fucking
used to
insane, dude.
like just
It
work
was
on a
insane.
game
It was
until
like
they got it
5 years
right.
of nothing. It was a dry spell. No FromSoft, and then they come out with this fucking game.
That's what
And
makes
it
a good
blows
game.
everybody away. It
They
fucking
just like
changes
release it
the
when
face
it's
of
ready.
video games forever. You know, like I don't know. It's actually insane. Okay. We need putrid corpse ashes in Jail Cave. Oh, we might have this one. Actually, I don't think we do actually. Actually, I don't think we do. I'm gonna double check. Lania dead, she's super
Adding
dead.
to the creation engine won't make it better. Is that the engine FromSoft is using?
Did you
No,
play
oh
Baldur's
wait.
Gate 3?
Creation engine
I have
is
not. I hear nothing but good things.
Bethesda,
though. Like,
isn't
I
it?
want to. I
Think.
will. 100% I will. Just don't know when.
I don't know what engine FromSoft uses. It's definitely their own engine.
I gotta look. P. I probably don't have this one, but I might. Nope, I have like nothing, so gotta assume I don't have it. Apparently this is at the end.
Yeah,
There's
FromSoft needs to
lever
work on their
cells,
technical
and
stuff.
one of
Like,
them,
I've been looking
the
at their
large room with
assets
2
and
corpses.
like they can use some
There's a
improvement.
hide a passage behind a wooden plank. The boss is below it. I don't know what the fuck they're on about. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
There's like this whole ass like bullshit instructions.
Yeah, I figure it's
Oh god, I
Bethesda.
can't see shit.
They have, like the creation club and
Oh
everything.
god, the rat's gonna hit me. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, we already.
What would be like to just like
we
go
already
back
did
to
this
the
one a little bit, I think.
early 2000s where Blizzard and Bethesda were
Do you guys know where this fucker is?
like revered. They're like godlike symbols and
Putrid corpse ash.
their household names.
One of
Never
these
do
cells,
wrong.
I think. Might be over here. Oh god, no, this is to the middle. Yeah, I remember. Clusters of stars. Dude, welcome back for the 27 months. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Clusters. How's it going, man? Blue Phantom Torture Room. Oh no, dude. You know, I saw something really fucked up on Reddit. I saw that there was like blues like stuck in like a cage somehow, like a hacker like spawned them in a cage.
Oh, I saw that too.
And they were actually torturing them.
I also saw that on Reddit.
And like there was one blue that thought it was really funny.
They glitch these people into
Like, 'cause the host
cages.
was, like whipping him in the cage and like keeping them alive at full
Oh my
HP
God.
and just like whipping them and like chainsawing them through everything. And like it was really fucked up, but it was also hilarious.
Those players like
So, the
tie
one
with
was on,
Blizzard
Bad
players
Red
as
Man.
some of the most
Red,
toxic
I
people
saw.
out there.
Was one. But there was another blue. There was 2 blues in the cage. There was 2 blues in the cage. And the other blue actually posted too. And he posted on, instead of Bad Red Man, he posted on the Elden Ring. And the comments were a totally different reaction. They were like, fuck these cheaters. Just block them. These people don't deserve to play the game.
Yeah, I saw on
They're
the Elden
pieces
Ring
of shit."
subreddit. I didn't.
And the Bad Red
I'm
Man
not
were
on the
laughing
Bad Red
because,
Man
you know,
Reddit.
we fucking hate blues so much. We're like, yeah, fuck them. They might as well be cheating.
I am a blue.
This is what they deserve. So,
Invaders
it was
hate me.
funny to see. It was funny to see the different reactions. I think cheating is cheating. I think it was really fucked up. But it didn't stop me from laughing because it's like, you know, not a big deal. They didn't like, you know, ruin.
We
their
should start
save or
some Elden
anything. They
Ring.
just kept them in a cage and whipped them for a minute. You know. I think it was hysterical, but yeah, it was just funny to see that it got. Everyone hates fucking invaders so much. I bet half of you guys hate invaders.
I would think it's funny too.
Understandably so. But God, you know.
I actually like
So
invaders.
much
Invaders
hatred.
actually
So much
are why
hatred,
I have like
crazy.
3,000 hours in
We're
Elden
gonna have
Ring.
to go through this again because I went through the whole cave.
I'm there for the PvP. Like the PvE
didn't fucking
is
find
just
it.
another added layer of challenge. And it's not fun invading because no one,
It must have been
like
other
the
way that
hosts
didn't
and
go.
co-opers, they aren't good enough at PvP. So I want to like fight actually good players.
I like Reds as long as they go after the host. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Trader Reds literally they just have no brain, dude. Half the time I either just let them kill me, or I just stand back and just watch them fucking fight everybody without my help. I'm like, okay, you want to attack me, and then everyone else hits them in the back, of course, because they're fucking red, and then they just die, and I'm like, okay, we can play now. The brain rot is gone. Yeah, Trader Reds, I don't understand, dude, their brain, man. I think they're just really, really, really bad players who are just trying out invasions and they don't know anything. And they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
They're either that or they're working with a
I can
gank,
target this guy, he's an enemy. Let's
gank
attack
party
him.
where they
Like,
occupy
if I target
one
him, he must be bad, right?
invasion
I can't
slot.
target anything good. So if I can attack him, I have to kill him, right?
Oh yeah, I switched my mage over to a bow build. Like the magic just doesn't do enough damage in this game. I don't know why. Like just like sniping people in the face with a arrow.
To do it next time and they
just more damage.
Really? Pretty sure it's that.
And I basically have like
I think some of them are just like
so like a bow build is basically a mage. Except that you don't need FP, you don't need mana. It's like a mana-less mage. And then I have the Stormhawk Axe, the invader's favorite weapon. I'm gonna use it against them. So I'm like, oh no, look, I'm a little snipey mage, right? A little snipey arrow light roller. Well, I look like a light roller. I'm not actually light rolling. But yeah, that'll make them rush me, and then I whip up the Stormhawk Axe. I'm just gonna like blender their face. It's worked a few times already. I've tested this build out already. It's really good. Do they want to kill this? He's gonna run past it. Okay, let's run past it then. Yeah, this is a good build. Just like bow builds, they're really strong, but they're weak when someone rushes you with like thrusting weapons. Where's his head? Oh. Oh, I missed. Let's bump him off. Bump him off the log. Whoa, that guy didn't jump off. There we go, that guy did. Like the only issue I had was people rushing me with a bow. Rushing me with really aggressive weapons. I realized like the Stormhawk Axe requires 19 strength, 15 dex, so this is like almost like a quality kind of weapon. It's not, like the scaling is more in favor of strength, I believe, than dex. Oh shit. 993 HP, that's not great. Oh, you know what? I should probably use the Stormhawk Axe on this guy. He's weak towards lightning. Try it out. Oh. Okay, maybe not. It's a bit dangerous. Because he doesn't get stunned by it. But yeah, this is a Rain of Arrows Stormhawk Axe build. It's basically good against everything. We have the Great Bow, which is oh shit. We have the Great Bow, so like it's good. Its mid game is good. Just like progressing through Leyendell, you have infinite arrows. Whoops. Its boss killing potential is decent with Rain of Arrows. Especially if the boss is really big, I'll just melt them in seconds. And its PvP is also good. Don't run the same way, right? Oh. But yeah, I'm basically doing the same amount of damage I was doing on my mage anyway, when this character was a mage. Maybe a little less. I think I need to upgrade this bow. Oh shit. Heal! Oh no, so close. I wonder, can I get the kill? Don't know if that worked. Oh, great enemy felled. Okay, so we have 39,000. Let's see how we have next. Okay, so we got the kill. Barely in time. I don't even have my hunter thing on. I need to get like the black knife armor, so I look even more blue. So I could be more of a bastard. Like all blues are bastards, so. Get like the black knife greaves and the gauntlets.
Fuck it, I'm gonna kill everybody. Some of them actually are like that. They're just totally fucking brain dead. So I don't know. I hold out hope that most of them are just ignorant, though. Most of them are probably just ignorant. Steel attacks Reds sometimes. I mean, he attacks Reds if they don't help him. If they just watch him 1v1 the host. Understandable. You're there to kill the fucking host. He probably fought 700 blue phantoms and, you know, normal phantoms before the guy invaded. And then he finally gets to attack him and he doesn't help him. You know? That's probably exactly the thought process. Even I attack people who don't help me. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, I'm out of heals, I'm gonna fucking die, and they just let it happen. And then they bow, and then suddenly, you know, the host is like, yeah, bow back. And then the second he bows back, there's 2 blues back in the world. He gets Omega ganked, and the host lives. And there's no justice and no God, you know? Like, that's, sometimes you gotta put those people in the dirt. So that doesn't happen, you know?
I changed my mind about this.
They just gotta go.
Let's add another polygon,
you know,
in here.
they just have to go. I let them learn the hard way.
It's because of
too
the
much effort to
curvature.
kill them. Yeah, sometimes if they hit me, and like they have like a really nasty setup, and I'm gonna die in like one more hit, get fucked, and then you know. Oh my god, invasions are so hard. They post on Reddit. Invasions are so hard. I can't win invasions. FromSoft hates invaders. Where do I go, man? I know where to go down. This is the way forward, right? But like, this is definitely the boss. But we can't go down there, right? It's gotta be before the boss. Where the hell is this? I didn't pick it up, right? No, I would have known. I would have seen it. I get so lost in this damn place. What are you looking for? Putrid corpse ashes.
Are those any good? Oh, he's doing the completionist run. Okay, so
Yeah,
he's doing his completionist run.
You have
it's like
it? You did
100%
pick it up?
everything. He's gonna pick up everything.
Oh my god, you're right. Wait, no, wait. Wait, yeah, no. No, I did pick it up. That was it. We're good. It was from the boss. We're good. Never mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. We will never speak of this again. We will never speak of this again. Alrighty. Battle Mage Humongous. Where is he? Right there.
Let's go listen to some Asmongold. Diablo 4's very last chance to save Blizzard. What? Save Blizzard?
guys,
Blizzard is beyond saving.
You have to understand that this is Diablo 4's last chance. Okay? If they can't get it right this time, the game is done. It's over. This is their last chance. Season 4.
So the Diablo 4 Season 4 dev update live stream just finished. They went over everything we already know, which I covered in the previous video, but they also announced some new information, which are changes effectively coming to the game based upon the feedback that was received in PTR. So we're going to go over those changes in this video. They went through and they started removing some of the annoying things that people were saying in the PTR that shouldn't
Enemies are kind of easy, then they one-shot you. That's what this says. Abso-fucking-lutely. I wish PoE would fix this. This is the one thing I hate about PoE. It's you can be playing the map and everything will be going fine, and then you'll run into an elite, and then it will one-shot you instantaneously.
Yeah, PoE is too much of everything. There's just too much.
For instance, right off the get-go, Paragon experience for your Paragon glyphs has been buffed by 25%. So leveling those
That's
glyphs
also a really good thing too, because I remember whenever I played last,
You basically have to max out your resists and like everything to stand a chance in endgame.
it felt like it wasn't working the way it was supposed to.
is going to be easier.
So we've increased the glyph XP by 25%, which is faster leveling.
Failed crystals are now going to be dropping from legendary items because those were a bottleneck before. It used to cost 75 of them to imprint an item from the codex, but now it only costs 16.
We reduced the imprinting cost.
That's also because they're reducing the total amount of items that you receive. So it's like, I think that this cost reduction actually isn't a cost reduction. It's just a rebalancing.
Of aspects quite a bit. So that's really going to help the veiled crystals as well. I think it went from like 75 veiled crystals to imprints on an ancestral armor to 16. We've made it so that legendaries break down into equal amounts of veiled crystals, so you can just not pick up yellow items. It's just a bonus now. We've also made sacred and ancestral items break down into 2 and 3 amounts of salvage. So sacred items will break down into double, ancestral will break down in triple. So we're effectively tripling the output of a lot of the salvage here.
Yeah,
but
because
also
you're getting
what
way
they
less gear.
was they did some changes based around either the power or the builds of some of the characters. For instance, Druid had a bugged build that was making it infinitely scaling damage, so they removed.
Oh, there's going to be another one of those by the time the patch comes out. I don't know, has there ever been a Diablo 4 season where there wasn't a bug where somebody had infinitely scaling damage? I feel like we haven't had one of those yet. Every single league, somebody finds a bug where they hit the number cap.
That you've probably seen like the crazy Hurricane Boulder Druid or something. They nerfed that. They also nerfed Barbarian, so instead of summoning 5 Dust Elf, was summoning 3. So this whole like faux screen cover.
They're gonna make this area look a bit nicer.
As well. So there's going to be some.
That's probably a good idea. Realistically, it's probably a good idea. It's like it's screen clutter. It's obnoxious.
Balancing updates from the PTR that they saw based around character builds. The biggest change, though, that we're going to see in terms of character power is going to be defensively. So not only are they buffing in Season 4 the amount of resistances that you get flat from things like amulets, rings, etc., but they also are reducing the amount of armor that you need. Now armor is just 9,230. When you hit that amount, that is the only amount of armor you're going to need forever. There is no longer this infinitely scaling. As the monsters get higher, you need more and more armor. That's the cap, and all monsters beyond that, you'll have your physical damage reduction of 85%.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be better or not.
You're going to get your 75% resistances.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're going to get your 9,230 armor.
This area can also be made nicer.
Except they also buffed Fortify. So Fortify is now going from 10 to 15% damage reduction too. So it's going to be easier to be tankier in this season. They're saying there's way more boss materials dropping from other activities such as world bosses, the caches you get, etc. Even their new Blood Maiden boss that's supposed to show up there at the Helltide is supposed to be dropping.
That's one of the big things, is that it was very annoying that you had to do certain types of gameplay in order to get certain items, whereas like in Path of Exile, you also do have to do certain types of gameplay in order to get invitations, but you can also buy the invitations. Whereas in Diablo 4, there is no alternative. You have to do the content.
Potential of world boss materials. So if you're somebody that hates farming for those boss materials, you should be getting those easier.
A lot of our random
mutations anymore. Oh, it got changed. Okay.
And things like that. So elites, whisper caches, treasure goblins, world bosses, Hellborn, to name a few, are all going to start randomly dropping these boss materials. So you're not necessarily forced into doing one exact activity.
There should be some better clarity in
that's a good thing. Sounds kind of bad. They're going for more simple. No, what they're doing is they are simplifying their existing systems, because they're adding in, like, I'm not even kidding you, like 5 new systems. So like there is going to be like an overall complexity increase, but the individual depth of some of the existing systems is being removed.
Game as well. For instance, greater affixes now drop with a little star next to them, so they're much easier to determine the items that are on the ground, if they're good or not.
If you want to understand what they're doing with loot, just play just play Last Epoch and you'll understand.
Either if they're going to have a greater affix or not, you won't miss them as easy as the Roman numerals in the PTR. The greater affixes actually have an icon on them in your inventory, so you can tell which items have greater affixes on them in your inventory without having to like click on them. This was something I actually asked for directly in one of my videos.
That's great.
They have it implemented, so I feel pretty good about that.
That's good.
Speaking of items, oboe gambling is going to be better. Now the oboe gambling will guarantee that you can get 925 items as well, and the oboes can have greater affixes in them too. So if you have like...
Well, I like that, because whenever I was doing the oboe rolling, it felt dumb to do rolls for a lot of the different pieces of gear because of the way item level worked. So that's actually an improvement.
Really good gear for all your spots except
oboe
your gloves.
gambling.
Now the oboe
kind of actually.
Gambler will be an easier way for you to acquire.
I actually don't know what like any of this means.
Their goal with this.
We made the gambler.
I haven't played Diablo 4.
Legendaries at level
We'll listen to something else. This Starfield update is just what we wanted. We'll listen to this one.
That's right, gentlemen. Starfield, everybody's favorite game, has received an update. This is big.
Hi, I'm Jess Finster, Community Director at Bethesda, and I'm here today at Bethesda Game Studios to talk to you all about the next update coming to Starfield. The team has been hard at work, so let's go chat with them to see what they've been working on. So with Update 4 on the horizon, what are some of the new...
Oh god, it's so corporate.
...have to look forward to?
So we see a lot of feedback online that players really want a lot more utility and detail in our surface maps. So we took what...
I've never seen a more corporate feeling video in my life. This is like browsing Reddit. Browsing LinkedIn in video format.
Do it all up, and instead now we have a whole new aesthetic to the surface maps where you can see the terrain, all the detail in the terrain, trees, rocks, all the structures in the loaded zone. It's a lot easier to navigate.
So they added a map.
We've also made it easier to get around the cities. You can see markers for all the shops, the enhanced boutiques, restaurants, you name it. It's all there. It's a lot easier to get around now.
With Update 4, we're also adding a bunch of gameplay options. So for that, players can really tune their experience how they prefer.
Couldn't you just do this with console commands? Or mods?
We're adjusting things like capacity of vendor credits, the actual carry weight. Additionally, affects. Additionally, affects to difficulty. So some of those, depending on how you play, you can actually tune to be like space combat more difficult or gun combat less difficult. It's really up to you. And depending on how you balance them, it'll change how you get XP.
That's awesome. So you're really upping the ante for players that want an even bigger challenge.
Yeah, and with that, we actually are adding what's called the extreme difficulty. It sits above very hard, and it really, really makes you pay attention, especially for the higher level characters.
I guarantee you it won't. Like, I guarantee you if I ever go back and play this game again, it won't. I bet, so this is what I think the new difficulty will do, is it will probably increase the health and damage of all NPCs by around 20%. You think it'll be 200%? Oh, maybe, yeah.
How about ship customization? I know players are really capitalizing on all of the ship content in the game, and we've seen some really crazy stuff out there that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. But are you adding anything more to the ship customization?
Yeah, so people love to customize their ships. Like there
were a lot of dick ships. Those are my favorite. Yeah, the ship customization in Starfield.
There are some pretty cool ships, actually.
The only thing about the game that I would say
I think their customization system is actually pretty cool.
Everything else in the game isn't very good, and the ship customization is the only thing that is.
Builds out there are just mind-blowing. Some beautiful stuff. So now we're turning our attention to the inside of the ships. So we're adding a decorate mode where you can go and fully
that's cool.
Customize.
That's actually.
They really should have made like the outside match the inside of the ships, though. I heard there's like a TARDIS effect going on with their customizable ships.
Pretty good.
The interior layout of the ships.
Yeah, that's nice.
Furniture, decorations, basically everything you can do in outpost mode. You can now do in the ship, and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire fleet. In addition to decorate mode, we're also offering a whole new set of empty habs. So basically, instead of pre-cluttered habs in the ship builder, we'll have a new set where there's no furniture, there's no decoration, nothing. It's a total blank slate, so players can just kind of fill it up with their own
That's
stuff.
nice.
That's amazing. Really
I'm gonna have to say it. That's actually pretty decent.
Get to emulate whatever their personality showcases outside on the inside. Then.
Yeah, exactly.
New Game Plus. Is there anything being added to this update that helps the players after they've completed the campaign to return to the game?
Campaign?
Yeah, so if you're like me,
what's that?
You find the more you go through the Unity, the more you become the hunter. The one thing I want to do is
what the hell's the Unity?
So we're adding that. So in case you're getting tired of Wanted or want to change your alien DNA, and you really want that new Dream Home experience.
Is that like the quest? Because I did the quests in the game for like 1.5 days. And I wanted to build a building so I could jump off of the building. Like, it's not even that I wanted to just jump off the building, because that wouldn't be enough. I wanted to build it too. It was so bad. Like, let me see how many people are playing it. Starfield. That's more than I had expected. I'm gonna be honest, that is way more than I had expected.
You get to choose that when going through the Unity. In addition, you'll be able to rechange your appearance.
Really living that.
I'm gonna change my hair.
Life, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is.
We're focusing now on our Xbox Series X players with this update. We're giving them some settings where they can help prioritize between performance or visual.
Look at this. What the fuck is this? Look at this. Is so fucking sad. Frame rate target is 30. It's 30.
Oh my god.
Second. Oh, we want to help our Xbox.
It's like a cinematic frame rate.
Man. Not suggested for a frame rate target of 60 or above.
Xanima has 125 for me.
So they can't even do it on 60? Oh my god.
If they choose to prioritize performance, the target FPS will move to 60.
So it went 30 or 60. You just have 30 or 60.
Oh shit, I got summoned.
And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
In addition to the new features we just talked about, there are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So instead of getting that
Thank God.
sort of focus zoom in.
Yeah.
Is he here? Is he awake? I think he's AFK.
It's a little more immersive that way. Some players may prefer that.
Love it.
In addition to that, we're making the container and barter menus a bit more usable. We've added some tabs along the top, so it's easy to sort
Oh,
of
he's
see
fat rolling too. I feel bad.
Didn't they do
This
that
guy's clearly a new player.
with a mod? Because I remember seeing there was a mod that did this on like the second day. But like, I mean, I guess it's like, I mean, all right, that's.
Oh, I kind of walked into that.
container or what
Right.
inventory you're looking at,
Yeah.
whether it's yourself or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management. It's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
Yeah, that was definitely a new invader. I think it was just maybe just like new player.
We just talked to Joe and
Feels bad. It's fully ganked that guy.
Well, there it is. It's the fucking visor. Who the fuck wears a visor?
It's fun. A little bit about Update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on our first land vehicle, so you can drive around.
Great.
First land vehicle.
Great. Awesome.
On planets. Obviously, we're working on more quests.
That's cool.
And the massive shadow.
Please, no more quests. Please don't do it. Please don't make me do another quest.
Space expansion.
That's all very exciting. What about creations?
Oh,
Anything-
that's right. I forgot all about the fact that, so I remember I bought the deluxe loser, like, whale, you know, milk me harder edition, and it was like $100. I forgot they were doing an expansion.
Can share there.
I think we mentioned it earlier this year, but we've sent out our beta toolkit to verified creators, so hopefully more information on that soon.
It's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Hey, no problem, Jess.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining us and for your continued feedback. Just a reminder, the update is available on the Steam beta today and will be available on all platforms later this month. So we'll see you in the stars.
Do that. There we go.
To be
That
fair,
looks a
it
bit
could have
better.
been a lot worse, guys. It could have been way worse. And so I'm thinking about it from that perspective. That how bad could this have really been, realistically? It could have been crazy bad. So, this update changed the game. The thing is, like, if they added the vehicles into the game, I would probably go back and try it out. So here's another thing, is that the experience modifiers are too small. Like, I played Starfield
Let's delete
alone,
all of
and,
this.
like, I don't even know what happens in the story. But I know the systems in the game, and I know how they work. I know them very well. I'm level 200 in Starfield. The problem with making the experience higher is that the frequency of killing mobs is so low that you're never really going to be able to make progress versus just like mass crafting. Like mass crafting is infinitely more efficient than, than killing NPCs. Which is not the way the game should work. It's a good point. Yeah, it won't even change anything. Cyberpunk had some personality. Yes. This update does remind me to play Cyberpunk. You're right about that. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I think that the Starfield story loses to Dragonflight. I think Dragonflight is better. Somebody's got to say it. Which story is worse, Dragon's Dogma 2 or Starfield?
All of these games I've never played.
And the reason why is
I haven't
that
played
it's
Dragon's
volume.
Dogma. I haven't played Starfield.
So
I haven't
Dragon's
played
Dogma,
Diablo
in
4.
terms of quality, they're both
They
a
just
0. Like if I
were
was gonna
appealing,
rate
so
the
I didn't
story
buy
of
them.
Dragon's Dogma, I would rate it a 1. And if I was gonna rate the story of Starfield, I would also rate it probably a 1. However, in Dragon's Dogma, you can effectively ignore the entire story and it doesn't matter. Whereas in Starfield, it's harder to do that. What about Stellar Blade? The story in Stellar Blade is better than both of them. I think the story in Honkai Star Rail is better than both of them. The story in Helldivers
Honkai Star Rail's story is probably pretty good.
and it's not even existent. Here's the
I was actually
bad.
thinking about playing
The
like
story in
one of those
Grand
games like
Blue
Genshin or
Fantasy
Honkai.
Relink is better. That's bad.
Like there's actually a lot of people who like these games.
That's bad. That's a low blow. Yeah, it's a kick in the dick. I don't know how it's happened that Bethesda has an audience. I'm gonna say it. Bethesda has an audience of boring, cringe, annoying, fucking generic, Funko Pop addicted.
Asmon's never getting invited. Never getting invited to the Bethesda office tour.
Oh wow! Finally, they're not shitting on the floor anymore.
Every time anything is added, Mana goes full Tism mode. It goes, makes the best implementation of any game. Yeah.
Same with WoW?
Exactly.
These are people that get excited.
Maddock is insane at what he does.
Star Wars movie.
I feel like so lucky that I have a job with like bare metal. Just I don't know. I probably wouldn't be in the game industry without bare metal. I would just like not be able to handle how bad everything is. This area here is a bit annoying. Guess that works. How about let's go move it back 1, because there's a joint here that I can benefit from. That is a joint, right? I think it's a joint. I think I might have to sculpt these joints a little nicer. They're kind of hard to figure out. This is why I was saying, like, retopology makes you be able to pick out errors or like places that need work on your high poly sculpt, because you're effectively dividing your mesh into a bunch of small little squares that you can really focus in on. I kind of want to like add something like this. Well, maybe not like that, but this area needs like better geometry. Like that. Get rid of this. This is also another joint. Ooh, fireworks. Wow, that's a lot of damage from that giant hunt. Holy cow. Ah. That attack always gets me. Every single time. I think it ends earlier, but it doesn't. something about this area. This area still needs... Oh, you know what? We should move... No wonder, yeah. This area, I didn't adjust the edges yet. Like, we can pull these further in. Like, wonder why is there like such a deficit of geometry in this area? It's because the edges aren't even yet. We can finish listening to Egypt Fall of the Pharaohs. That could be fun.
There were two major breeds of wild cat native to Egypt: the jungle cat, or Felis chaus, and the African wild
Seems like 3 hours long.
Felis sylvestris libica. Of these, the African
4 hours
wild
long, never mind.
cat had something of a calmer temperament, and so was most commonly bred as a pet, with evidence of their domestication in Egypt from at least 5,000 years ago. These cats were kept around Egyptian settlements for their obvious utility, both in controlling mice and, with their almost supernatural reflexes, for their ability to kill venomous snakes. But it's clear that the Egyptians also enjoyed their company, and even loved them. Some particularly beloved pets were buried with tiny offerings, intended to serve them well in the cat afterlife. The Greek writer Diodorus of Sicily recalls seeing Egyptians performing burial ceremonies for their cats.
When one of these animals dies, they wrap it in fine linen, and then, wailing and beating their breasts, carry it off to be embalmed. And after it has been treated with cedar oil, and such spices as have the quality of imparting a pleasant odor, and of preserving the body for a long time, they lay it away in a consecrated tomb.
While the earliest domestication of the house cat took place elsewhere in the first